So the next field we want to create is the surname field. So key in surname. We don't want to make this a key field. On the data element, let's create an element called Z surname. We'll use forward navigation, so double click on Z surname. Choose yes to save the table. Choose yes to create Z surname as a data element. Key in the short text. I will just key in surname, data, element. We will create a brand new domain. And we'll use forward navigation again. So double click Z surname. Choose yes to save the data element. Assign it to the local object. Choose yes to create the domain. And then key in some short text. We're going to choose a data type of character this time. So it's the second one. So use the drop down, bring up the data types in the ABAP dictionary drop down box. Choose char, which is a character string. We want to set the number of characters to 40 and output length to 40 as well. Hit the enter key to make sure everything is okay. Then choose the activate button. Now notice I haven't clicked the save button first, because when we click the activate button, it will save the object for us. Again, choose the $temp development class. Choose the object that we want to activate, which is a surname domain. And check the status bar to make sure everything is activated correctly. And if it has, then press the F3 key or hit the back button to go back to the data element. Make sure the domain attributes have come through, which they have here. We can see surname, character, length of 40. Go to the Field Labels tab. I'm going to enter surname into every single field label. Click enter or press enter. The length is automatically filled. Then activate your data element. Your data element will be selected in the inactive objects window again, so just click the continue button. Then check the status bar along the bottom to make sure everything has activated correctly. In this case it has. So again we'll press the F3 key to step back. And we can see the surname data element and domain attributes have been brought through into our table entry. The next field we want to create is forename. And we'll choose Z forename for our data element. Double click the data element to create the object. Click yes to save the table. Yes to create the data element. Enter some short text for the forename data element. In this case, I'm choosing forename data element. For the domain, enter Z forename. Double click the domain. Choose yes to save the data element. Assign it to the local object development class. Choose yes to create the domain. Enter some short text for the domain. Then similar to the surname field we created, we're going to choose a character data type, CHAR, with a length of 40 and an output length of 40. Now activate the object. Assign it to the local development class. Make sure your object is selected in the inactive objects window and choose the continue button to activate the domain. And when activated successfully, press the back button to go back to the data element. Ensure the domain properties have come through, which they have in this case. And now go onto the field label. And I'm going to enter the word forename into all 4 field labels. Press enter to automatically fill in the length of each field label. And then click the activate button. Select your data element in the inactive objects window and click the continue button. Check the status bar. Everything's been activated successfully. So press the F3 key to step back to see our table. And again, we see the data element and domain properties have come through for this field, so we know everything is working correctly. The next field we're going to enter is one called title. We'll create a data element called zTitle. Double click the data element using forward navigation to create it. Choose yes to save the table, yes to create the data element. Enter some short text for the title. I'm choosing title data element. In the domain, again create a brand new domain, call it zTitle. Double click it, using forward navigation to create it. Choose yes to save the data element. Assign it to the local object. Yes to create the domain. Fill in the short text. I'll enter the word title. In data type, we want to use character string again, but this time choose a length of 15 and an output length of 15 also. Activate the domain. Assign it to the local development class. Ensure your domain is highlighted in the inactive objects window. Click the continue button. Once everything is activated, press the F3 key to step back to the data element. Click on the field label and enter the word title. To each field label, press enter to automatically fill the length of each field label field, and activate your data element. Once again, select the object in the inactive objects window and click the continue button. Once everything is activated successfully, press the F3 key to step back to view your table.